This is Ghost Recon, the original Ghost Recon, the very first entry in the entire series that has been spanning, I think, well over 2 decades at this point. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So you've been sent in to essentially clean up some situations and, well, a big problem with some ultranationalists, and you are going in as a tactical squad in order to get the job done and essentially, well, figure out what's going on, doing different objectives. There's quick missions, there's like the campaign, which is what we're doing right now, and yeah. Oh, there's cheat codes. That's hilarious. Okay. Guess you could just enter cheat codes. Hmm. Definitely quite fascinating. So yeah, it's kind of the original Ghost Recon experience. I've played quite a few. Well, I've played lots of the Ghost Recon games over the years, and I have played a few of these older ones. And then the opportunity to grab the original Ghost Recon popped up, and I was like, oh yeah, that'd actually be pretty cool. And that's where we're at now, is taking a look at the original Ghost Recon game. I don't even know where they're shooting me from over there. So the interesting thing about this series is it's like a very, very tactical kind of shooter. I mean, it's always kind of been, but like as the series kind of progressed, it sort of kept that kind of semi. Like the technology usually is a little bit more futuristic, and that's kind of the style they go for. But it's very much weaponry and modernized tactics and stuff, and squad-based gameplay, which is always kind of interesting. You can see our goals and our objectives and the map, and you've got different planning, and you've got your team, right? And you can use your team in order to well, get the job done, right? Obviously, and it's just kind of neat as you go around and you complete your objectives. So you have to get like the tent camp, secure the caves, reach the exfiltration, capture this guy, and you can create saves and stuff during the battle. There was online multiplayer action too at a certain point back in the day. So that was kind of cool. What are we getting here? 480p resolution. Obviously, it's not widescreen letterbox there. And yeah, it seems like a 30 FPS basically. The frame rate, like it seems like with all these Ghost Recons, the frame rate like chugs a bit. This actually seems to run better than the later Ghost Recons, which is hilarious. Like the follow-up ones, at least on the 360 side of things, right? So it's kind of interesting to be here taking a look at this, because these games, they're very open in their approach, if that makes sense. Like you literally, I don't know how to describe it. It's basically big, empty, open areas where they've plotted down trees and selected a bunch of different kind of plopped enemies down, and they're like tackle this however you want to. And that's kind of cool. Like it's again that tactical sense, and I think they got to that again with the later Ghost Recons, because I thought you were dead. Because you notice that they kind of went a little bit more linear, trying to chase the market, and then oh wow, that is really, really grim with the blood on the ground there. Holy, yeah. And then they kind of went back to more of an open world approach and stuff, which does tend to fit the series pretty well, in my opinion. Like it's really interesting to see that like change up in the series here. But yeah, let's progress forward and complete or try to work towards completing our objectives. And you know what? It's actually like it's not bad. Like the depth, like in terms of like scale, like the amount of like trees and everything like that for a game from like literally, I think this is like 2001. This literally came out in like 2001. But I think it came to Xbox a little later. I think it was Xbox was, yeah, 2002 for Xbox. So this like originally was like 2001, and then they kind of ported, well, gave Xbox a version 2. Back in the day, ports for games were a little bit more complex, and well, not more complex, but they were kind of different games you could get if you're not familiar with that. So there'd be different, like for example, there's a Splinter Cell game, I think it's Double Agent, where like literally, the game on 360 and the game on the original Xbox are like two completely different experiences, which I think is kind of interesting if you didn't know that kind of thing. So they're very different games. Then we can just like switch between these guys, which is neat. Oh, we got the night vision, which does nothing unless it's, unless it's actually nighttime. Reloading and stuff. Huh. Interesting. Who's taking fire? There's a camp up there. Okay, well these guys aren't taking fire. Let's move ahead here and try to move towards this next zone and see what we can figure out here. So different classes fit into the experience, and like I said, like it's there's a narrative. They're talking about things, but you're basically put in these very open kind of worlds, if that makes sense, like very large in scale environments, and just kind of given free reign on how you do things. And there's like a plot and everything behind it and stuff, and it's really quite interesting in terms of like seeing this entry and then the concept sort of evolve. Essentially, if you play this one and then you play the most recent one, you can basically kind of be like, wow, the concept of this open approach and just the technology and stuff behind the games has changed so incredibly over just a couple decades. It's kind of amazing, actually. And you actually have teammates that do stuff, and like to a degree, you kind of like command your squad and stuff, but like a lot of it is you kind of moving in and using your units. I like how detailed the character models are too. They're actually incredibly detailed character models for their particular eras. But yeah, you just kind of get free roam of how you do stuff. And the later games too, like the series obviously with different iterations. And so many like spin-off type things. Like there actually is a ton of spin-off situations for the Ghost Recon games, especially earlier on. They were kind of like pumping these out like literally every year or something like that. And then they were doing different splits, like it'd be Ghost Recon 2 with the subtitle, and it would be like the same game kind of thing, but there'd be like different extra missions and stuff, because we didn't really have, DLC, and it might as well sell like a new version of the game, right? Make some more money and stuff, and get more out of your budget and that. It was a very different time in gaming. That was the biggest thing, is it was definitely a very different era for sure. Where am I getting shot from? Shot from multiple angles, that's where I'm getting shot from. But you could die really quick, they could die really quick. There's different difficulty levels too, so it can be like a little bit more intensive or easier going, depending on like what sort of setup you want to do. Is there another guy that's alive here? You can just kind of see the frame rate kind of buckling a bit in these situations. I was gonna like blow someone up with my secondary shot there, but looks like everyone's dead. Oh, never mind. Turn the corner and boom, you get blasted by a bunch of guys. That's great. Yeah, that's awesome. So you got the LMG here. But yeah, it really was about kind of like tactical play. Like, you'd come in and you'd be like, okay, open objectives, what do I do? And then you'd go and you'd try to figure it out, and you'd like replay, and you'd create your little saves in the game in order to kind of like strategize. See, that was the thing, is Ubisoft, they were really known for just like a range of really tactical shooters. Like the Tom Clancy series in general. The branding and stuff behind that in regards to like, game design and the tactics and the slightly futuristic elements and angles always made the Tom Clancy games super cool. And it was like a whole brand for Ubisoft back in the day was doing this sort of thing. Okay, so we over here. We have a squad that's still all the way at the back, which is not ideal. Okay, so you're what are these guys doing? Advance. No, not at all at costs. Okay. So we got like one objective finished basically, and then we gotta. This is like holy, look at all the chaos and stuff like that we've done on this this map thus far. Advance at all costs. Secure the caves. Reach the exit. Okay, so we gotta look for caves. Where are we? We're like right at the edge of the camp, right? So I don't really know where the caves are, to be honest, but I'm sure we'll come across them if we explore enough. I just love the idea of it, where it's like, okay, we're gonna make a tactical shooter game. Yeah, we'll make the tactical shooter, and then environmentally, we'll just make like really vast open areas, flop a bunch of trees down, few different objectives for maps, and well, that that's the game, and that was kind of what video games really were to a degree, right? Like at times, it actually feels like this game gets more fluid, but like it definitely chugs. Hmm, which is fascinating. Yeah, maybe it has some level of uncapped to it, but it's definitely like hitting sub 30 FPS a lot of the time. Yeah, which is interesting. Well, hence why I say the 30 FPS target kind of thing, but little bouts of higher performance possibly. I really wish they had proper backwards compatibility for this. Like, I really don't get why these games aren't available. Or at least it would be great to have like a remastered compilation pack of the different original Ghost Recon games. I'm sure there's like no desire for it, and it's probably like a really niche kind of thing, but it would be so cool if they could make that available. Actually, where is our team going? Why are these guys not advancing? Yeah, advance. Like, get moving. Yeah, everybody advance. Just trying to manage my team, okay. Yeah, because I think these guys are literally just, like, sitting back. There we go, we'll switch back to this guy. Hmm. Yeah, it got a lot more fluid in the cave. Cave secured, okay. So now we need to reach the extraction zone and capture this guy. Where is that like an optional thing is capturing this guy? Maybe he's like right over here. Let's go see if we can find him. Prisoner secured. So where is exfiltration? Is it all the way back at the beginning? Is he gonna follow me? Yeah, okay, he is. It's actually like pretty gory and stuff too, which is interesting. The shooting in this just wouldn't fly today though. Way too like kind of slow styled. Let's get this guy out of here. I don't know where extraction is. I think it's where we started, but we'll see if we can get there. So yeah, I quite like the idea of this, if that makes sense, where it's sort of this just really open freedom. And like I accept it more because I know it's like a product of its time. Where is this guy at? Oh, he's catching up. Okay. Yeah, like the idea and what they were going for in this is just fascinating to me, is what it is. It's been neat seeing each of them actually. Like I played this one, as I said, and then like I played like a couple of the other ones. I think maybe almost all of them that are original Xbox that are like 360 compatible, and just kind of seeing the literal advances from the game to game is really neat too. But the core mechanics of it are just kind of fascinating to me. Like this is a really quality shooter experience for its time. Yeah, this one they were really nailing it, Ubisoft. Yeah, they were getting Ghost Recon going, Rainbow Six, and yeah, really using that Tom Clancy branding effectively back in the day. I wonder if we can actually go this way. Can we go? I wonder if we can go this way down here. Let's do this. Yeah, this is a quicker bridge down. So that guy's still keeping up, or... Yeah, he's running. Look at him go! He's a prisoner that could just literally run away, but I mean, we're in the middle of the forest, so it's like, where's this guy going, am I right? Where is he gonna run off to? Oh no. Why didn't these guys ever advance? We lost the VIP. Does the VIP die? I don't really know if he can or not. So everybody's moving now. That's good. That's good. Although it would have been helpful to have these guys doing stuff the whole time. Maybe I just wasn't commanding them properly, I guess. That's the thing with Ghost Recon. It's all about your squad. Now you guys, as a team, react to things. Wait, is the prisoner here? So we lost the prisoner coming up. Yeah, you kind of do or die by your team. Nice. Oh, we won? Cool. We did it. That's some heroic music playing. The Navy's been flying. The realistic visuals. Team assigned. Let's do this. Rescue pilot, rescue officer, reach extraction zone, destroy avionics. Cool. Yeah, I'm kind of really digging the vibes of this one. I just find these games kind of interesting. I know they're not like as action-packed as we get now in the modern era, but kind of cool stuff. Everybody's advanced. Okay, so we're all the way across. We got a lot of walking to do. This is the way, right? Yeah. Okay. It really is that kind of simple. Where you're just kind of doing this like setup for these like really open spaces. But back in the day, this probably would have been pretty breathtaking. Like the actual scores and reviews for this game for that time are genuinely impressive. Yeah, because there was the expansion. There's Desert Siege, Island Thunder. I think we did a video on Island Thunder. Another kill. Well, apparently I'm just missing all of these guys. Is it safe to cross the river? Yeah, it is. Another kill. Good job, team. Good job. That's what I like to see out there. It's from a simpler time. Yeah. Got him. Pilot secured. Nice. You're our hostage now. Just kidding. Okay, so we did this one. Now we gotta go over here and do these other ones. Oh, this game is it's a bit of a tactical walking sim, some would say. I don't know. I find these kind of games neat for their time and everything like that. Kind of a cool series of games overall, right? Quite a legacy this franchise has had.